Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to dive into one of the most fundamental questions you can ask. Really, a question about purpose, about mission, and, about hope. So let's just jump right in.
Here at Gospel MD, our whole goal is to create a place to discover the truth and the hope that's found in the message of Jesus. And we're just so glad you're here to explore it with us.
But before we go any further, I want to start with a question, just for you. Have you ever felt, lost? Kind of disconnected maybe? Or like you're carrying around this heavy weight you can't put down? I think it's a feeling we can all relate to at some point.
And that feeling, it actually connects directly to what we're talking about today. It's all about a question of purpose, specifically the purpose behind one of the most influential people in all of history.
So, what's that big question we're tackling? It's this: why did Jesus come? What was his actual mission? It's a huge question, right? But what's so amazing is that the answer is surprisingly simple and direct.
The answer to that profound question, it can be summed up in just 4 powerful words: to seek and save. And that's what's so remarkable here. The explanation isn't hidden away in some complex philosophy or some riddle you have to solve. Nope, the answer is right there, simple and incredibly direct.
This next slide gives us the mission statement, straight from the source. It's from Luke 19, verse 10. For the Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. Every story, every teaching, every miracle, it all points right back to this one central goal.
Now, what's really interesting here is how it defines that word lost. It's not about your physical location, right? It's not about being lost on a map. It's described as a state of being, this feeling of carrying the weight of our mistakes, our guilt, and our brokenness.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. This was not a mission of condemnation. It wasn't about pointing out flaws or making people feel bad. It was a mission of rescue. The whole goal was to find those who felt lost and bring them to a place of safety and hope. And what was the ultimate point of that rescue? It was all about restoring our relationship with God. To mend what was broken and bring us back into that feeling of love and connection.
So this brings us to a really personal part of the message, because this isn't just some ancient story or historical fact. It's presented as a direct and personal invitation, an invitation for you. The message here is that hope is never, ever out of reach. It honestly doesn't matter how distant you might feel or how completely lost you think you are.
And this isn't a passive thing, where you have to do all the work to find your way back. The message is that He is actively reaching out, right now, to you.
And here it is. This is the heart of it all. The mission to seek and save. It wasn't for some faceless, nameless crowd. It was personal. He came for you.
Okay, so what do we do with this information? How does this message of rescue actually translate into our lives today? Let's take a look at where we can find that hope.
So how does this become real for us? Well, it's really broken down into 2 steps. First, it's an open invitation to just let Jesus into your life. And second, it's about constantly remembering why He came, to save, not to judge. It's all about accepting that offer of rescue.
If this message connected with you at all, and you want to explore these ideas a little more, we really hope you'll stick around for more explainers just like this one,
Where we're just going to keep exploring truth, hope, and the powerful message of Jesus.
And as we wrap up, the one foundational truth that holds all of this together, everything we've talked about today, is this simple fact: you are loved. Thanks so much for joining us.